there, Libra. This is Miss Joan, Miss Joan's Scare on the Hill, and I'm here to talk to you about the 15th through the 21st of January. And we are looking at the 3 cards from the overview video. So the last 2 weeks have been very interesting, right? The new job thing, the new responsibilities, the embracing situations that looked one way but actually might have some benefits. So cool, and we finished up with you getting started on the new thing and the new responsibilities with new benefits. So good for you, embracing and empowering yourself, empowering through the situation. Good for you. So I'm going to go ahead and lay out a few more cards on these, and we will get into this, all right? All the cards face me. It doesn't change the meaning of the card. Just means don't read them upside down. So yeah, let's look at this. So in the week of the 15th through the 21st, we are looking at this thing where we were talking about you rallying the troops last 2 weeks ago, right? Something like that. You were starting to rally the troops. I believe that was actually last week. Boom. We are rallying the troops, and we are now, of course, having to support our ideas about how we want to rally them and help them understand how they can do it, how this can work. So you have to do the words, say the words, make your convincing argument to help them understand how to implement what you're suggesting. It's entirely possible. You've witnessed it before, you've understood it before, and now you're just teaching someone else how to do what you've already seen. All right? This is good news. This card here is talking about, of course, this is the 9 of Pentacles, and the 9 of Pentacles is talking about your finances, how they're fine, they're flush enough, they're fine enough. Don't freak out about them enough. Just leave them alone. They're doing their thing. You have what you need to take care of where you're at. Okay, so good. And of course, the 10 of Swords shows up here to say this is you embracing your full, true power, and really understanding it. In this moment of time, this is where you're at, this is what you're doing, this is how it's going to work, and these are the things you have control over. Haha. You're beginning, each thing is starting to show up, new nuances and new opportunities and new possibilities are showing up one at a time as you go. Okay, so accept those as interesting information and appreciate that information. Allow it to wash over you and become part of what you're doing. I feel like you need to do some writing. Write it down. Take notes. Come up with a plan. Come up with a tangible, appropriate plan for how to implement new ideas or good ideas for each area that you're in charge of now. This is some super awesome stuff. You can even take the information and maybe look it up online and see if it's working in certain areas or maybe not in other areas, or if it's been tried. There might be a record of whether or not these plans have been tried in this position before. If you can find those things out before you bring them back up, and it still might be that it's fine and it didn't work because somebody else was doing it, but it might work because you were doing it. So keep that in mind also. All right, now the area where you're blocked, the Queen of Pentacles, there's going to be some lady standing around going, you can't afford to do all that. I'm sorry, that's just not going to happen. We don't have the budget for that. You can't just redo that and da-da-da-da-da. So that's going to be her song and dance. She's been hired to do that, to sing that song and do that dance. I would suggest that you kind of work around her in some way. Find workarounds, find ways and means to make sure that you have what you need. I'm picturing like the thing where you help somebody and somebody helps you, or you help somebody who helps somebody who helps somebody who helps somebody who helps you. So then everybody's gonna win, but the dominoes all have to fall in a certain order. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of what I'm seeing. I don't know why, but it's super important that you hear that, okay? This is the Three of Wands in this area, where remembering where you came from may or may not be useful to you in this place. It may be a block to you, so it's okay to appreciate it. Maybe do that journaling, some more writing. Do some writing about that if you want to, but don't let it hold you back, okay? Don't let where you came from become like something you stand on, as in, don't you know me? I came from here. Because that made sense in one area of the world, but this is not that area of the world over here, okay? So where you come from means you have a certain pedigree, certainly, but it doesn't mean that it's that important, and flashing it like a badge isn't necessarily going to bring you up in the ranks, okay? So let that fall by the wayside for now. You can be proud of yourself and where you came from and all that good stuff. Awesome possum. But don't let it define you, right? Don't let that be your definition. Let it be, you know, something that comes up in conversation. If somebody asks one day, where'd you come from? How'd you get here? But it shouldn't be something you're wearing your t-shirt saying, hey, I came from here. I'm so awesome. This is my alma mater. You know, that is not the answer. You want to be your whole entire self, okay? This card here is talking about the grand idea that you're having not being appropriate to the moment, okay? So right this minute is not the greatest moment to bring up your big idea. I'm going to say it one more time, write it down. Keep it with all the other ideas you have, and slowly, as you begin to nurture these relationships that will get you to the place where the Queen of Pentacles appreciates you. Maybe the first and only thing you need to get begged, borrowed, and stolen through other folksies is something that she wants. Greasing wheels accordingly, but not with actual cash. Copy? Okay, so that's fun. Now, of course, we're looking over here at the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is here saying that, yes, whatever you're doing, don't tell anybody how you're plotting and planning to grease the wheels with this lady, because whatever you're doing is nobody else's business, and if you know how to do it and get it done right so that you're sitting pretty, well then, god damn it, that's just being smart, okay? So just don't share your win with anybody else. It's nobody else's business. Now, of course, we have the Devil card. That this could be a double-edged sword. So you could be winning, but you could also be losing in the process. So this may be a way to get things done by greasing the wheels, but it could also end up a sabotage, right? She could end up using this as make sure that you do it clean, right? You're doing something legitimate for someone else, and that somebody else is doing something legitimate for you, and that it works out to benefit her, great. But if it isn't all legit, then it's going to sabotage you and get you in trouble, all right? And if you do it too soon, it might look a little obvious, so you don't want it to come off to anybody else as though you're brown-nosing the boss or whatever all that is, blah, blah, blah. So just sort of keep it in mind that you want to have things going in the right direction and all good, but it shouldn't look, don't make it look plastic and nasty, okay? Make it look organic and like you're just doing a solid, a la 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 la, a birthday present maybe, or something like that. Find a way to make it look more organic, all right? Cool. And the Ten of Pentacles is here to say that there will be finances coming to you, that things are going to flush out financially in a very good way. And we're very excited to see that. It sounds like family money, sort of, but that's a totally different story. but maybe that's family business money, right? So that's good. This is good, and I want you to embrace that and accept it as something you earned. All right, so whatever you're doing here in the way of favors and such, let them be legitimate favors that are not gaudy, ostentatious, but are awesome and very nice, that are tasteful, right? Keep your gifts tasteful. My kitty likes to say hello. Yes. So if you can keep your gifts tasteful with this person, everything is going to come off much better. All right? So excellent, Libra. I look forward to seeing how you play this out, and we'll talk again about the 22nd through the 28th. Thank you.